In this video, I want to go over some features of FlipGrid that you may not be aware of. So I've logged into FlipGrid.com. Here it's listing the various grids that I've created. Going into this particular grid, I have a couple of topics. And within topics, I'm going to click the pencil because I want to edit this particular one. So let's say I've created a FlipGrid. And with this one, what I would like to be able to do is have students post video replies, but I don't want others to see what they post. I want it to be private between the student and me. How do you make it private? Well, one thing that you can do is video moderation. If you turn on moderation, it means nothing goes public until the teacher decides it does. So they will make posts, you will see all of them as the teacher, but the classmates will not see each other's posts. And what I would do is, with that moderation, is just never make them public. By default, this is off, and that's typically my preference. I just want the posts to go out there. Another thing that you can do within FlipGrid is have a launch and freeze dates, and this sets just basically dates when it opens, when it closes. So this is opening April 15th of 2019. So if I want to up that date, and I'm going to zoom ahead to May 1st, 2020. That means with this particular one, if I enable that, no one could post anything after May 1st. If you make any changes to a topic, you want to make sure that you hit Update Topic. I'm going to hit Cancel. I don't actually want to keep the changes that I've made here. Here are my two topics, and I can see underneath how many videos have been posted. So if I click on this particular topic, there's what I provided for students. And here are the various student posts that people have made. So let's say I look at a particular person and I want to provide them some feedback. So what I can do is click here. It immediately starts playing their video. And here I can do video feedback. And be aware, this video is only available to this person. If I make a video feedback, only that person sees it. There is also a simple rubric built into FlipGrid. I can't say that I recommend this, but what you could do potentially with this grading rubric, if you wanted to grade the posts, and these grades would not be written to as you learn, so they'd have to be re-entered, you would click Edit the Rubric, and here are some criteria, and I could name this, identify it, and then identify how many points they get if I give them all the points. So here's the student post. I could grade them. I can also write comments. And then here I could email them the feedback. Or if they log into FlipGrid, they could also see that feedback. Now in this instance, this is not a real post that's graded, so I'm just going to click the X. It did keep that feedback. If I go back into it, I will see the 10, the great job. So it kept everything. But when I click the X, it just auto saves it. Some other things to be aware of that I can do here. If you click the name, you go into the actual post. If you come under Actions, you can see a variety of tools. One, you could elect to hide a response. Perhaps a student made a post and then later they regretted it. They wanted you to delete it or something. You can elect to hide it. That means classmates wouldn't see it, but you as the creator of the FlipGrid would. You can also create mixtapes. Mixtapes are where you can take FlipGrid posts from any of your grids and create a mixtape. So I'm going to add that to my mixtape. I already have one called Sample Mixtape. I'm just going to click Add. And I'll show you a mixtape later. Sometimes students make a post in the wrong topic. So if you need to move a response within the grid to another topic, this is how you move it. You could elect to download the student's video, download their captions. There's also an option here called Edit Captions. So here, this is where I would see what the student the captions that were auto-generated, and if there were any mistakes made, I could correct those and then hit Update Captions. I also have the ability to completely delete and remove a response. You remember earlier with any post, if you go under Actions, one of your options is Add to Mixtapes. What that does is actually create kind of a showcase. So if there are certain posts that you want to highlight as excellent work, logged in as the teacher, I would identify which posts are added to the mixtape. And then on the menu at the top, if you go to Mixtapes, you just create one and add files to it. So in this example, sample mixtape, here are the 3 videos that I've added to the mixtape. And if I click this link, here they are, and people could just click to play. And the mixtape has a separate link that I could share. This opened on a separate tab, so I'm going to close this and go back. Up here at the top on the menu, I'm going to click My Grids and go back here. Often faculty are leading a class and they want to share their work with someone else. You can also duplicate grids, you can duplicate topics, and you can share by making someone a co-pilot. So let's say I created this course redesign grid, but I want to share it with somebody. Under Actions, I would click Add Co-pilot. And here I would just put the person and then hit Invite. That would generate an email to that person, and they would now have ownership. So when they log into FlipGrid, they will also see that grid. The only other tip that I have, when you're within a grid and you see a topic, if you go into that topic, you can come here under Actions. You also have the ability to export data. If you do that, it's going to create a CSV file. And when you open that, it will show the names of the people, the links of their video. It will also provide those rubric grades if you use that. I hope these tips help.